Hey guys, and welcome to Gwent, the Witcher card game. My name is Jaggerous, and today is Fan Friday, which means I'm featuring a deck created by you guys. And if you'd like to submit your deck for Fan Friday, you can do so by going to the Discord link in the description below and posting your deck in the Fan Fridays text channel. This deck comes from a player called Beta Commander. It is a Morvran Ciri reveal deck. So we're using Morvran for reveal, and we have Ciri. We're going to play her as much as we can, and then if we can draw her into our hand once she's boosted, we can then utilize her to deal damage with these Mastercrafted Spear, because she's going to have pretty decent base strength, or we can use her to generate value onto our spotters. So we can use our spotters to then take the value of, or copy the value of Ciri. And we can make her even stronger with Mandrake, for example. And then we have Leo, which we can use to reveal Cantarella, dealing 13 damage. Once Cantarella is revealed, we can then use the Venedal Elite to switch the unit's power with that of Cantarella, and basically making this a 1-point spy. And then we have Yennefer Enchantress, which is one of the cards I would probably change in this deck. You spawn the last bronze or silver spell you played, but the only spell that we're actually running here is Last Wish, which means if you don't draw Last Wish before you draw Yennefer, she's kind of a dead card. So this is probably something I would look to switch out. Then we have Dandelion, draw a card, play a card. He just gives tempo to everything. And this deck is kind of all about tempo, so that's why, you know, Dandelion's really nice, because we can play Dandelion into Roach, into Morvran, reveal a bunch of golems. Sorry, reveal a bunch of Delaran soldiers, or reveal our opponent's cards and thin the golems. So, in general, I think that that's kind of a strong combo. We have Van Heymard, which gives us a little bit of utility. And we have Albrich, which gives us an extra card and also reveals one of our opponent's cards. Then we have a couple Alchemists and one Nilfgaardian Knight, which I guess is a backup, because this is a good backup for things like the Spear and for the Spotters. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump into a game now, and we'll play this deck and try it out.
Mead! More mead!
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
So here we are against Bran. In terms of the mulligan, you want to blacklist your Imperial Golem as quickly as possible, and if you have Roach, you definitely want to get rid of her. I'm wondering if we take a risk, because usually you don't want your spotters till later, so maybe we mulligan a spotter. And the risk paid off there. I think it was a decent choice, all things considered. You can't actually use Dandelion Poet to play your leader. You have to play a card from hand, so that is something to be aware of. If you want to play Dandelion, be aware that you can't then play Morvran off of it. You have to play something different. And I guess we'll see what our opponent chooses to do here.
Sit at my table and let's drink.
And the thing with the golems is they summon when we reveal our opponent's cards. So the smarter play here is, before we start getting rid of these Dalerans, is to reveal some of our opponent's cards and one Daerlan, like that, so that we thin those before we draw. Because if we draw into something awkward, we're not going to be having a great time. And we can see he has Udalric, he has Eremion, and he has a Warmonger, so it's a discard deck.
War at last! War might the last!
But now what we can do is we can then play this Alchemist and reveal these other two Daerlans and get them out of our deck. Unfortunately, we pulled into Roach, which isn't something we generally want to do. But we do have Leo into Cantarella. And then we have the... Oh, we then can't turn him into points, though. So we're up 6, and he's going to go 2 cards down here. So let's pass. 2-card advantage is really good. We got what we kind of came for. Although he has succeeded in thinning his deck. And he does have carryover because he has all geared. Jesus Christ, this guy's going super thin. Maybe his is a dash deck as well. I don't really know what this deck is that we're facing. It's not one I've played. It looks like kind of old discard, which is interesting. Hey, there's the Venedal Elite. So that's really good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw Roach. And if he plays his Udalric, although it looks like he's mulliganed his Udalric. Oh, we could have actually Venedal'd the Udalric as well. That would work. If he plays his Udalric, what we can do is we can reveal Cantarella. Or we can play Cantarella and use this on something else.
Protect us.
Oh, and he's just managed to discard his dash. So that's kind of a problem for us. I think what we do here is we reveal Cantarella and shoot him. He's chosen to play into this round. This thins Roach and means that we're more likely to find Ciri. The problem is we haven't found Ciri, and Ciri is what we really want to use our Mandrake on, so it's a little bit awkward. But what we could maybe do is reveal his Ciri. And if we can reveal his Ciri, then what we achieve by doing that is we can then use the Venedal Elite on it, and that would be insane. So let's actually play this. And we'll take the Poet. And then if we manage to reveal his Ciri, because he's probably going to draw into it, so he probably wants to bleed us here. And if we can then reveal his Ciri, we can take the points from the Ciri with the Venedal Elite. Which I do really like as a play. But I don't want to give him the opportunity to draw, because then I'm drawing into his Ciri. So we could potentially play this next round if he overdraws, and make it so that he gets a dead draw, which would be really good for us.
I live to serve.
So what do we need to do here? I think we play Dandelion. And then we play the Last Wish. And there is our Ciri. So let's get this on the board.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
His Ciri is going to be bigger than our Ciri, though.
Crack and eat me ghoulies. Looky here.
So I don't think we want to use Alberich just yet. Let's play this. And we'll see how this goes.
Wojtek, down.
We can also actually just play Mandrake here for free. So let's do that and strengthen our Ciri. There we go. So now she's a 17. Makes her a little bit better. And it does mean if we reveal her, we can make our spotters really, really strong. And with 2 cards up on him, which is kind of insane. And we should be able to guarantee Ciri, because what we can do is we'll draw Ciri, Mastercrafted Spear, or Yen. And if we draw Spear, we mulligan and we get Yen or Ciri. And if we get Yen, that allows us to play Last Wish again, which will get us Ciri. Just discarded it. So I guess he just wants to cycle it some more. So let's play
Tell me what you've got.
this. The problem I have is I'm maybe not going to see great value out of the Venedal Elite. Okay, there's the pass. So now we pass. Because we need to be able to draw our Ciri. That's going to give us extra points on Ciri. I think... Do we maybe throw this? I'm wondering if it's wise to throw this or if we take a risk. Let's take a risk. So let's play Alberich.
My powers are yours.
I was a Priestess of Freya. Okay. There you go. And they forfeited. We win. I mean, to be honest, we had pretty strong hands. We were going to reveal... Oh, actually, I wasn't going to be able to reveal the Ciri because I was going to play the Ciri. Huh. I guess we'd have revealed the 12 and then boosted a bunch of points from the 12. Or if we could have found his Ciri, we could have revealed that. Let's go to the deck builder now. So here we are in the deck builder, and I've kind of come to the realization that spotters can't actually target gold cards. So your whole point with your spotters is that you want to use them on Cantarella before you play the Venedal Elite. Which is not a terrible play, but it's very awkward to set up, and you could end up in a situation where you have very low value spotters. So these are kind of a risky card, but for now we'll leave them in, as this seems to be like what Beta Commander wants to go for. I am, however, going to take out Yennefer for Enchantress. We only have one spell, and, you know, we're not always going to be able to play that before we play this, and having a 5-point cold is just awkward. So you could either add a spell, or you take out Yen. And if you're taking out Yen, then the card that I would probably run in its place is... Stefan's actually not bad in a Ciri Dash deck, because you can put Ciri on the top, which means that you can make sure that you find her. But the card that I would run instead, I think, is... Also is really good with Albrecht, because you can put something to the top and then draw it, is Vatia, because it gives us some more reveals. It lets us see what's in our opponent's hand, and it makes sure that we can reveal what's in our hand, so we can reveal the Cantarella and you know, get that value out of that. Then I think you take out Van Hamar, and I think you put in Cynthia, because Cynthia synergizes really nicely with the spotters. Cynthia, you reveal the highest unit in your opponent's deck, so then if we don't find a spotter target, don't worry, because Cynthia will find us one. And finally, I want to take out these Mastercrafted Spear. I get where you're going with them in terms of dealing damage, but often you're not going to have things that have 13 health damage. Whereas instead, if you want to improve your tempo, what you can run instead is 2 Mangonels. And what they allow you to do is shoot your opponent whenever you reveal a card. So it gives you extra tempo on that initial opening play. Those are my changes. So let's jump into a game now and try out this changed version of Beta Commander's deck.
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
My men know the meaning of sacrifice.
Okay, so here's the mulligan. It's an easy mulligan. Throw the golems and throw a roach. Easy peasy. Only one Dareland soldier though, which means that it's a little bit trickier for us to get good tempo early on. And if we play our Mangonels, he's usually going to remove them because I imagine our opponent is playing Alchemy. Because he's playing Nilfgaard. On the flip side, we did win the coin flip. Did you get it? Flip side. Coin flip. So he will just kill this. I think that's probably still fine.
We follow Letho's lead.
We'll play another one, and we'll see. I mean, he might not have a second. He might not have a second Viper Witcher in hand. So it kind of depends on what he's got here.
Onward, sons
And he's
of
gone hunting. He's gone
Nilfgaard!
hunting for one, which is indicative that he doesn't have one. If I had the Mandrake, I would reset his leader here. But alternatively, what we can actually do, even though we haven't thinned our deck yet, is pass. I realize I haven't played Dash and I haven't played Morvrand, but we've also denied him Mandrake onto his leader, which means that his tempo play is a little bit weaker. And I think we're in an okay position. We have Venedal Elite, we have Spotters, like, we have a pretty okay hand. This is where we're going to get Roach. No, this is actually so good.
I shall be your eyes.
So he played his Spy, which is a little bit annoying. But we can just play Dash here.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
And we'll thin Roach. And then we'll see what he chooses to do. Whether he chooses to play into this round or whether he chooses to pass. Like, he probably realizes I haven't done the thinning yet. And so he's kind of maybe nervous about that. And we kind of have to decide whether that's something that we want to do. Because if he lets us do it in the next round, then we're going to have crazy tempo. So he might just try and bleed us here. But if he tries to bleed us here, he puts himself in a very awkward position. He also hasn't established his graveyard, so he's likely to see a lot of kind of dead cards.
Here's our chance.
Okay, so I think for now we're just going to commit the Morvrand. If we can get stuff out of our deck, we want to do that. So 3 of his cards and 1 of our cards. There you go. Thin them and drew into an Alchemist. He's got Joachim. He's got Vilgefortz.
Of course, as you wish, master.
This is fine. I can deal 13 damage with Vatia. But I don't really need to at this point. So we'll just wait. We could maybe play Albrecht, but if we play Albrecht, you know, and we draw into... There's nothing actually bad we can draw into, so maybe we just do this for now.
Utter your wish.
He got Black Blood and we got Mandrake. Mandrake's really good against this deck, because we just reset his buffed up units. We have to be a little bit cautious, though, because we don't have a Dareland. That is not a great play. This guy is actually a really good Mandrake target, so maybe we just take that now. Is he going to play something later that's better? I mean, we don't actually have to take it now, is the thing, though. In which case, maybe we just play Vatia, but we probably want to hold Vatia. Do we want to hold Vatia for if we draw... We probably want to hold Vatia for if we draw the Darelands, so then we should probably play just a regular spotter.
Greetings.
And just have a look at his hand.
What is it?
And we could Mandrake our Ciri to try and make her bigger, but we're not guaranteed to draw into her. Okay, so we have a bad card on the top of our deck, but we can mulligan it. So let's go with Leo. At which point we can tell him we have Counterella. And we'll just kill the Guardian. I'm not going to hit the guy in the back because, like I say, we can. That's a really good Mandrake target. So we'll see how this game goes and then we'll make a decision. Because we may want to play Mandrake onto Ciri Dash instead. But on the flip side, if he has a Mandrake, he can always heal the Counterella. So that is also something we need to be a little bit careful with these cards for.
The city is ravaged by rot.
So I think at this stage we just want to find out more about what's in his hand. Because if we can find out more about what's in his hand, it gives us some extra information. We'll tell him we have Mandrake, and we'll tell him we have Last Wish. And so this just tells us, you know, when we're in a good position to maybe dry pass. Come on, one on the left. Never lucky. Never lucky. All of the baby rage. Do we want to Last Wish this round? I think we hold Last Wish for next round. But then these are 18-point plays. So the question is this going to be an 18-point play? And even if it pulls Ciri, it's not necessarily going to be. So maybe we just commit this now. Do I even have a way to reveal this? No. So technically this is better. So let's just play the 4-point foot soldier. We're up 24.
Of course, as you wish, master.
So we have a 16-point play. Alternatively, we have a couple of 18-point plays. Maybe we just force him out the round. Just get rid of that. We're up 26. Like, what is his plan here? I guess his plan is to bleed me? How many reses does he have left? He's got one left. So he's got one res left, which we can't really do much about. We'll play the spotter. Up 30. Like, best case, this is worth 13. Right? 1 and then 12. So best case, he's got 13 plus 9. He's chosen to pass. There we go. So yeah, good position for us. The ideal draw, probably something like Nilfgaardian Knight's not bad. Cynthia's pretty good. Dandelion Poet. Dandelion Poet's probably the best draw. Because he gives us a little bit of choice. This guy can go away. Oh, I get an extra spotter. Spotter's really good as well. Question is, does he have like a Scorch effect? And usually these kind of decks don't, but he might have a Mandrake.
As you wish.
Which means he can reset one of these. But then we still get an extra card. I bet you I draw into the, I bet you I draw into, oh, there's the Mandrake, of course it is. I bet you I draw into the, I bet you I draw into the Lesser Guardian, and that's how we lose this match. So he's looking at his deck. He's played
Quite the mean
2 gold cards. That's his third. So he may draw into a gold card here. It depends what his last card is. I actually have no idea.
We follow
Viper Witcher. We're down 10 on even cards. But this is a card draw, so this is not crazy bad. Thing is, he's played all his bronzes, so he's only got golds and silvers remaining.
We follow Letho's lead.
So let's play this. And I mean, maybe we get, like, Dandelion into
No one can hide from
Dash. This, he's going to play his last card, so this is the best thing that we can pull. I think we just lose, unfortunately. He bled us quite successfully in the previous round.
Yes.
And then just had tempo plays. And it wasn't enough. I think, like... I don't know. I think spotters are a bit awkward. And in that situation, we kind of got forced into a really tricky position in terms of that game. We were down 9 points in the end, so it was pretty close, but ultimately fun. It's a fun deck. Like, the dash element is interesting, but I don't feel like you can really cycle it enough to make it worthwhile. I mean, maybe if I'd boosted it by 6, even if I boosted it by 6 in the last round, that wouldn't have won us the round, so it kind of is what it is. Anyway, guys, that has been Fan Friday, and if you've liked this video, maybe leave a like. Let me know what you thought of the deck in the comments below, and if you want to submit your own deck, there'll be a link to the Fan Friday Discord in the description. You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Jaggerous, and you can follow me on Twitter, @Jaggerous. Thank you guys for watching. Have a lovely day, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.